Now, can you imagine, as a law enforcement officer, you get behind this vehicle and you attempt to make a traffic stop, and this guy just outright just refused to stop? But that's what Trousdale Sheriff Department, Trousdale, I think that's Trousdale, is how you pronounce it, in Tennessee. These deputies rolled up on a late model Lexus, and for some reason or another, after several attempts to stop this vehicle, he just refused to stop. So it ended in a pit maneuver, and it seems to me I would rather stop and accept the traffic citation than to have my vehicle wrecked. But then again, hey, all people don't think like me. I'd like to welcome you guys back to my channel. I'm the host, John Schaff, and I am a retired law enforcement officer from the state of Alabama. I'm not just a YouTuber, the way some of you think I am. So I come with you with this channel with experience in law enforcement. I work patrol, and I also worked in a prison. So I have a lot of experience in dealing with the incidents, pursuits, gun battles, prison uprising, murder cases, rape cases, deadly accidents, people found dead in their home after a welfare check. And so I come to you with a variety of experience on this YouTube channel. Again, we'd like to welcome you back to Patrol and Performance. And let's get into this video, and afterwards I will come back and give you my commentary. And it looks like we're going to be joining Trousdale County Sheriff Office in pursuit of a late model Lexus. And for some reason or another, this driver decided not to stop for law enforcement. And I'd like to welcome you guys back to another episode of Patrol and Performance. And I'm your host, John Schaff.
Bitch do. 816 Marshall, 28 Baker, Mary Zebra 5585. Attempted to stop black Lexus East Main. Not stop. County Garage. Hardwood.
1028 Baker, Mary Zebra, Top Off, 85, 10SR, 2014 Black Lexus, expiration 9/30/25. Contact to John Zabel, Knoxville, Tennessee. Insurance is confirmed.
Take 10,000.
Well, I guess he decided not to stay there. Unbelievable.
Hey, 10 horse long and pursue that vehicle. Church, 43 miles an hour. Reason for sleep. 10-9. Reason for sleep. Student was called in, possibly intoxicated, running 55 down East River Street, 30 mile an hour zone. Pulled in to make the traffic stop, subject led the traffic stop, and being told to stop.
Yeah, it looks like the officers, like the deputies are attempting to block him in. The initial charge on this vehicle, I do believe is a DUI.
Guardrail, got to box him in.
Unbelievable. Some people just figure they don't have to abide by the laws, and they can do whatever they want to do. it looks like the deputy is moving in position to conduct a pit maneuver.
Dispatch J.D. Hood.
Well, actually, they're going to block him in this time.
Signal 9 at the county line. Stand at the county line. 3 more units continue on. That is stop temporary at the county line.
Here we go again.
Vehicle still fleeing eastbound. Over here on speed. Get his speed down. He's struck a patrol car. You go ahead and beat him. Get his speed under 45.
They got a good pit. I do believe this guy from Nutcase.
Unit stopped just inside Smith County.
10-4, Smith County over there.
It looks like Trousdale Sheriff Office has brought this pursuit to a conclusion. The Trousdale, Tennessee, looks like just outside of Nashville. They brought this pursuit to a conclusion by conducting a pit maneuver. And shout out to Trousdale, I guess that's how you pronounce it, Trousdale, Trousdale, something like that, Tennessee Sheriff Office for bringing this pursuit to a conclusion. For some reason or another, this individual that drove this Lexus, I believe he was from out of town. He just decided he didn't have to cooperate with law enforcement for some reason or another. And so he was eventually pitted after several stops by the local sheriff office to bring this guy to bring this chase to a conclusion. And the only thing I think they wanted to do was maybe talk to the guy or maybe issue him a citation. And for some reason or another, he decided that he was just too big of a person to accept a citation from these little measly sheriff deputies. Actually, I was surprised because they conducted a pit maneuver on this vehicle, and usually the local sheriff office and local city PD offices are not certified to conduct a pit maneuver. So what they usually have to do is call in the state. But in this incident, you can see that the deputies they tried all kinds of measures to keep from pitting this guy, and the pit maneuver was a last minute thing after several stops trying to block this individual in. And somehow, after they broke his window, he still was able to drive around or elude these officers in this pursuit. I don't even know what the original charge was in this pursuit, but it had to be something pretty serious. The supervisor came on the radio and asked what the original charge was, but I didn't quite hear it. And so they conducted a pit maneuver. And like I say, most cities, most counties, they're not certified to conduct a pit maneuver, and that's why they usually bring in the state, and that's why you see a lot of the states coming in a lot of these videos and taking over the pursuit, because you just don't pit somebody's vehicle. You have to be trained and certified to conduct such a maneuver. When I first got on the Sheriff's Department here in Alabama, some 35 years ago, I was about 25, so I just turned 63 last month. And all the while that we got into these crazy pursuits, we never was authorized to conduct a pit maneuver. And I would get up on the side of the vehicle, and I could clear to see if I could just maybe just tap the side panel of that vehicle. It would spin it out and bring this pursuit to a conclusion. But again, back then, I don't think no agency was certified to conduct the pit maneuver, whether you work for the state, the county, or the city. And so we had to just sit there and follow the suspect until he, one, ran out of fuel, two, he wrecked, three, he just gave up. And I remember several high-speed chases like this, including the motorcycle. I remember turning around on two motorcycles as well, and I caught one of them. And these guys was riding ninja bikes back in the day, like 35 years ago. A Ninja sports bike was the bike to have. Today you got the Cross Rocket and all the rest of them. Those are the faster ones today. But back then you had the Ninja, and so I turned around on these two Ninja. Me and my partner was headed one way, and they was headed the other way. And I looked over at my partner, because I was actually a training officer. So I looked over at my student, my cadet student. I asked him if he feel like chasing two motorcycles. Because when they came past, I knew they was speeding. I can tell by the wind, the way the wind went. I knew them guys was running. When you got the wind coming past you like that. So I slid around, and I went 10-100, which means a hot pursuit. They headed toward the interstate. They got on the interstate, and I pulled up beside one bike at 112 miles an hour. And as we went through the interchange, one bike continued south, and the other bike went north. And so I got behind on the bike that went north, and I pulled up beside of him, and I did this here, telling him to pull over. And he did this. He said he's gonna pull over. Needless to say, he didn't pull over. He hit the bike. He kept on hitting it. He hit the bike and took off again. I actually came over on him like this, and then I went back, and then I did that again, And then he said he gonna pull over, but he didn't pull over. So to make a long story short, we end up running through Birmingham, running through traffic lights at 8 miles an hour until I was able to slide around in front of his motorcycle after we made a turn, because he couldn't take the turn like I could. He had to lean into his turn, and I could just slide into my turn with that. And back then we had a Crown Vic. Crown Vic, man, was the police car, the police vehicle choice, up choice. We didn't have these Tahoes and Ford Explorers like back then. We might would have a SUV, a 4x4. We might have had one in probably I want to say three or four areas, and that was only for emergencies, such as bad weather. Because when the weather, back then, we would still get snow here in Birmingham. I was born in the 60s, and from the 60s to the 70s, late 70s, we were still getting snow here in Birmingham. Now, you hardly ever see snow in this region of the company. I mean, of the country. So, only time we got into a SUV is when it snowed. Because we was not used to driving in the snow. And our Alabama policy is, hey, if we didn't put it down, we ain't getting it up. And so if we were working patrol that night and it started snowing, then we would have to we were all climb into the SUVs. So these officers today, man, they got it far different than what we had back then. The only thing we had in our patrol cars is our weapons, and two-way radio and emergency equipment. We didn't have laptop computers and all this other stuff. GPS. We didn't have GPS back then. You just had to know the area. If you got into a call, you just had to be familiar with the area, and you did that by coming into that area when you was off duty on your private time, and just riding around and getting familiar with the area. Other than that, you have to get with another senior deputy that could actually tell you the location of a particular incident and how to get there. And so yeah, but it's totally different today in law enforcement than what it was say 30-35 years ago. But kudos to Trousdale Sheriff Department for bringing this pursuit to a conclusion, and a job well done. And I just don't understand why, for the life of me, some people think that they don't have to abide by the rules and laws and regulations like everyone else. So again, we ask you to support the channel simply by liking, sharing, and subscribing, and hit the notification button so you'll know when we are doing a upload. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.